Welcome to the episode of Chasing Static that shall henceforth be known as The Big Think. We need to find a replacement battery. I feel like this has been hanging over my head like the sword of fucking Damocles since the moment I started this game, more or less. Certainly since the end of the first episode, and I have no fucking clue where I might find such a thing.
The line is dead.
The line is dead. Dead as a doornail. Bit of Dickens there for you to really bring some culture into your morning. I say morning, it's morning for me right now, but that doesn't mean it's morning for you, because you could be watching this at any time. That's how the internet works. Crazy, isn't it? Could I No. Is there anything I might have that has a battery in it? Could I take the battery out of this? Is there an option to just I feel it's weird that I've still got the hotel room keys, because when I had the other keys before, he threw them away when he was done with them. So I feel like maybe there's something else I can do with them that I've missed, possibly. I've also got another can of petrol. And a screwdriver. Oh. Hold up. Show subtitles. To whom it may concern, packed into the pages of this book you will find my life's work, a means with no end, a fruitless garden. Yeah, this is what he said at the beginning, wasn't it? This was his... I have many regrets, the garden is not one of them. That's what he said. Oh shit, there's a lot more. Okay, this is helpful. This could definitely be helpful. Okay, we're actually going to read through all this, so buckle up. This might be nothing, but... The first day. I remember the first day like it was only yesterday. So full of ambition and wonder, the opportunity to work on something truly life-changing. We were grouped into 3 research teams. I took charge of Field Team 1. My associate, Dr. Williams, that's Helen, handled Field Team 2. The third team were based in the facility with Dr. Kuznetsov at the helm. There was an air of apprehension about the site's grounds, a feeling of helplessness in the face of the unknown. But we were people of science, specialists in our field, and it just so happened that the field was one of a sodden marshland in northern Wales. Precautions were in place, appropriate fail-safe measures established, and for all intents and purposes, we were safe. For now. Shelter, the concrete hive of ambition, a bittersweet turnaround for the town's last vestige should the war turn sour. Rooted under the lands like a great oak, the bunker sprawled across the containment zone. We kept the door ajar for the first few weeks. The overbearing stench of fresh masonry paint did no favours for the already dank corridors and stagnant air. A perfect hallway house between affected sites. Halfway house, actually. Some of the world's greatest scientific minds were here now, confined to the steel desks in a tomb of cinder. Laid to rest. It wasn't long before the first incident. My heart hangs heavy for those we have lost. There's something about the place that weighs on you, a creeping sense of dread slowly bleeding into despair. Several days after the second incident, fresh boxes of supplies arrived. It seemed the Institute had realised something was amiss. The water was somewhat sweeter than before. We thought nothing of it, of course, we were naive. I know now that the supplies were laced with lithium, just enough to take the edge off but not to cloud our judgment. Should I tell them? Is that responsible? It's been 2 weeks since the last incident. Maybe this is for the best. Oh. Wait, so the lithium was keeping them from going crazy, I guess? Or at least keeping them from becoming violent and, killing themselves or others. There's a bit of annoying text, kind of, over the top of this one. I'm going to struggle to read that line, but we'll give it a go. The village of Hearth. Hearth was like a time capsule, a once thriving village turned ghost town in a matter of weeks. No, I can't read that. Any other. Likely due to the unholy amount of lives lost to the contamination. An impurity of the mind, that's what we call it. The same sickness that has now taken the lives of 3 of my protégés. It spread like wildfire, fueled by the closed-minded culture this village has bred through generations. Many did not heed the warnings. Many refused to leave. Some say they're still there. You can feel them. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, okay. Site B. Bravo site. There's something about this room, a chill that washes over you as you step through the door. Situated in the oldest building in the village, there's history to it. A lot of it. These glimpses into time, echoes of the past conversations, they tell a story, but their narrative is fractured. Like a house with no mortar. What little semblance of cohesion we establish soon comes crashing down in a muddled heap at our feet. Site A. Alpha, the outlier of the three sites. The Alpha site has been the most reliable source of quantitative data, with frequent, most predictive readings across the board. A once bustling roadside cafe, now a forgotten memory. The echoes here are muddled, disjointed snippets of conversations past. We have a reason to believe the cafe itself may be the source, so that the theory has its own contradictions. Continued study is necessary. I was really hoping I'd get a bit more than that, but whatever. Site C, Ground Zero. The crater itself was some 18 feet wide, but the taint spread beyond it. It was that crater then with the mushrooms in it. That was Ground Zero. Okay. Withered skeletons of dead trees surround the scar, a stark contrast to the dense woodland that littered the rest of the containment zone. The celestial substance has been moved, of course. Long since secured in a facility and shrouded in concrete. However, this site remains tainted, a constant reminder of cause and effect. I fear Dr. Baines might be right. It seems the anomalies are growing. The Echo Garden. The Echo Garden, a purpose-built containment facility run by Dr. Kuznetsov and housing the celestial anomaly. That must be the big facility thing we can't get into yet. Built in the summer of '82, 1 year prior to our arrival, these towering walls of concrete and steel were engineered with one directive: to secure and contain. Situated 2 miles from Ground Zero and perpendicular to sites A and B, the Echo Garden was built in an attempt to shelter the anomaly and study its effects on isolation. There are multiple fail-safe measures in place should an incident occur within this. Should an incident occur within the facility, with an automated lockdown initiating upon a containment breach. Thankfully, we have yet not needed to test these measures. Oh, a page was torn out. I understand. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just like, what's with the blank pages? But pages were turned. I can't speak at all today. That didn't really tell me anything, but it has given me some more information. I didn't realise, I should have realised really, but I didn't realise Daddy was involved in all this. I will keep calling him Daddy because it makes everyone uncomfortable. I didn't realise he was involved in all this. I actually didn't get that. I felt like we were on our way to finding out stuff about him, on the way to the funeral, only to sort of get sidetracked by all this, but I guess that makes sense. Yeah, so there was something. It's basically something like a meteorite, right? Crash landed on the island. It presumably brought the spores with it that caused this mushroom infection, which is what's been sending people initially a bit wacky and eventually a bit dead. That much I can sort of piece together. The meteorite is presumably currently contained in the facility, but it's too late, or it's still able to seep out or something, because, there's mushrooms everywhere. That much I can piece together, but what I can't piece together is where the fuck we're going to find this replacement battery. That's sort of the big question right now. Is there maybe, I can't remember if I've used this around here recently. Is there something maybe I've missed? Not getting any readings. The curious problem with all this, of course, is that I've not seen a symbol, the usual text to tell me that I've missed something in the area, right? If I go into an area that still has outstanding loot to find, then it tells me that there's still outstanding loot to find. And it hasn't done that here. Which implies, or straight out instructs me, that I'm in the wrong place. So where do I want to be? Not here. Not here either, because this place also isn't giving me the message. I guess we return to the town. I guess that's all I can really do right now. I know I can teleport there, but we'll jog it. It's fine. Can't be bothered turning around and going back to the cafe now. It gives me time to think a bit, because I feel like I must have missed something. The fact that I still have the keys makes me think there's maybe another door in the hotel that I didn't open, and maybe the battery's in there. That's a possibility. Another possibility is that the fucking thing just isn't triggering the there's still items to find in this area text like it's meant to. Oh, it's my car. I was wondering what this was for a second. I was like, there's a spooky red thing up there, but it's just my car. I forgot. Oh, wait. I just got a ping. I saw it. I got a ping. Aha. Aha. Other side of this rock, it seems. Oh, there is no other side of this rock. Then where? Number got lower. Oh, it's getting higher again though. Back over in that shack we were at the beginning, maybe? I'm not gonna lie, this thing is very fucking temperamental. No, it's definitely in this direction. 505, 405. Okay. Over there then? I don't know if this is going to be any grand solution, but it's something we've not done, so I feel like I should be following the lead. Got 6 here, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8. Here we go, here we go. Over here somewhere. 1. I've never even seen it get to 1. It normally triggers the event by the time it gets this high. Oh, it's down by the lake.
That's your eyes about firing up the Roswell. Such a nerd. You know the constellation? There's the big Dipper, around Belt. Well, the constellation is Earth and Nature. But yeah, the big Dipper. So you see that long bit? That's the neck. Follow it down to the body, which leads off to the left. It kind of looks like a bear. The Great Bear. I wonder, you think it's always been a bear? Looks more like a giraffe to me. Most of the names come from Greece, named after a god. And bears? Yes, animals too. Nice one. I'm really happy you came. Me too.
I mean, that told us fucking nothing. Do you think these were scientists, or do you think that's a more distant memory? Do you think that's just a couple who came here, like, before this all got started? Either way, their little stargazing experiment really wasn't of much interest to me. They didn't have a Did it just beep again? Ah, it's just a beeping noise. I'm not actually getting a reading. I think it does that sometimes just to confuse me. Alright, well, back through here we go then, I suppose. This battery is it's proving to be quite the slippery little fella. It's nuts that literally the first key item I needed to find is still the one that's outstanding. It's still the one that I haven't managed to pick up. I didn't get the message again when I came into the bunker, so presumably there's nothing here for me. Oh, I could really do with a clue. I was kind of hoping that journal was going to be like, you know, clues. That's what it was going to do. I can't get over that side at all, can I? I don't think there's anything over there, to be fair. But yeah, I was kind of hoping the journal would be like a hints thing. But then I feel like it's not really been necessary for most of the game. It's all been pretty self-explanatory, really, which is why I'm having such a hard time finding this battery pack. Because it's so, I don't know, out of left field that it wouldn't be fairly obvious, you know what I mean? I again didn't get the message when I came into this area. So again, I think the town's in the clear. We'll check the hotel though. The spooky red light hotel. Weird that the light appears red from the outside, but then it's not red once you get inside. Oh, again, no mention of not finding an item. The thing is, right, though, I turned the lights on in here, and I feel like that did nothing for me. You know what I mean? I feel like there was no real gain from turning the lights on, and it was quite a task to do so. You know what I mean? I don't know if maybe I needed to do that before I could. Oh, I probably didn't I? Because I needed to restore the electricity upstairs in order to play the tape. So yeah, I probably just accidentally solved the puzzle before realizing the puzzle needed solving. Damn, that was sort of my internal lead, if you like. I was thinking, oh, if I needed to do that, then maybe that was to help me find the battery. You're jammed. You're jammed, yeah. All the doors appear to be jammed rather than locked, so there doesn't seem to be anything else I can do with these keys. Unless I missed one upstairs? I really don't want to have to resort to a walkthrough for this game, but it might have to come to that. Like, there could have been something in one of these other rooms, perhaps? What's making this red light? Out of curiosity. Where's this coming from? It's very spooky, but what is its purpose? The green light is perfectly explained. We have a bit of the old bioluminescence going on. This was the room with the stupid TV again. Remember that one very clearly. But yeah, all these rooms seem very, very similar, and none of them are really doors jammed. And it lets me use an item.
I don't want to cut that.
Hold up.
It's no good. The key doesn't work.
Screwdriver?
There's no use for a screwdriver here.
Burn it. No, okay. This
doesn't need fuel.
This is interesting though. Because it brings up the prompt to use an item there. Which implies, like the other doors that are just jammed, it's just like, oh, it's jammed, you can't do anything. Tough luck, you know. But that one actually encourages me to use an item. Which makes me think there is an item to use, right? Or maybe we'll just find the battery. That's also very possible. That's also a real possibility. Let me just have another quick check round of this room. You don't have a crowbar hanging around in here, do you, by any chance, bud? Uh-huh. Alright, fair enough. I'll be on my way then. Well, we got the battery, so I guess that's problem solved. I'm very annoyed that it didn't come up and tell me there was still an item in this area, though. Like, if it just didn't do that at all, then fair enough. But the fact that it made a point to tell me that that's a thing it does, and then it didn't do it, was incredibly fucking misleading. Which? That one? That one, right? I'm really bad at telling those images apart. Yeah, okay, we're here. Okay, replacement battery.
Some sort of tape player. No power.
Well, I have the battery, mister. The phone's ringing now, I've just noticed. I should probably answer that, but... Let me just put this in first real quick. Go on, what do you want? Uh-huh. Very spooky. Can I play my tape now, please? Got things to do and places to be, you know.
Okay, that should be the last one.
It should be.
Time to get to the facility.
Time to get to the facility. You know what? We'll teleport. We'll actually use the fast travel system, as awkward as it can be. We'll go see if Helen's got anything to say to us. This one, right?
Chris, are you there?
I sure am, Helen.
Hey, I think that's all the devices up and running. We can get out of here now, right?
Oh, you did it, Chris. The signal array's back online. There's some stuff I need to do on my end, but we're almost done. Make your way to the Echo Garden. The big concrete building that was at the top.
I know where the Echo Garden is. Lift when get.
Hey, you're breaking up.
Lift when get.
Hello? Are you still there?
Oh, good.
That can't be good.
I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure that's fine. Let me just make the place a little bit bluer. Nothing bad's gonna happen. What bad could possibly happen? I'm just off to the Echo Garden. We're gonna have a great time. It'll be fun for the whole family. Who was the woman we saw in here back at the start of the game? And is Helen evil? Is Helen just full-on Atlasing me right now? Spoilers for Bioshock, I guess. Sorry about that. But you know what? You should go watch my Bioshock No, you shouldn't watch my Bioshock Let's Play. That was the first one I did on this channel, and if you think my audio is bad now, you should hear that. That was fucking awful. She's using a headset mic. That was my impression of what I sounded like for the entire Let's Play. It was criminal. Don't. Probably start, if you want to watch any of my old videos, start from about 18 months ago. Anything before that's probably going to be just borderline painful to hear. Well, here we are. I really expected something spooky to happen in that bunker when the lights went out, but turns out it was no big deal. It was never a big deal. This game was never a horror game. That's what we've been failing to understand this whole time. All the sites are online. Please stand back. A member of staff will be with you shortly. A member of staff? I mean, as far as you know, Helen's the only one about, right? I'm not sure if that woman we saw at the start was Helen or not.
Chris, you're here. Good.
Presumably.
Make your way to the lower level.
Where I will kill and
Helen?
eat you. Yeah, just because you can hear her over a loudspeaker doesn't mean she can hear you, bud. Is this the page from Daddy's diary? I believe so. It looks the part. Today, March 16th, is a day that will go down in history. Our biggest breakthrough yet. We have now established contact with the other side. Through years of prolonged study and relentless analysis, our work has finally paid off. What was but a fleeting moment now stands as a shining beacon of our efforts, a reminder of why we're here, the fruit born from our collective sacrifice. To communicate, even for a matter of seconds, with one of those who have passed proves to be the single greatest moment of my life. I am one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break, to finding her. To be able to speak with her once again, to hear her tender words, there is nothing I want more. With our theory confirmed, we are now preparing to move on to the third stage, prolonged exposure to the artifact. I believe that with the right precautions and our newfound knowledge, we can overcome these pitfalls that have previously proven detrimental to our goal. And Ira, my love, we will be together again. It is only a matter of time. Wait, was that Chris's mum? Was Anira Chris's mum? And he was flashing back to a moment where where she met. Surely he'd know his mum's name though. Did he say that at the start? He said he knew the name from somewhere, right? Didn't he? Was it his mother's name? Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay. Okay. All right. So, yeah, so what I'm assuming happened here is that Chris's mum died and his dad went nuts trying to sort of make contact with the other side. How the fuck do I get anywhere from here, though? I appear to be locked in this room. Let me through. Hey, Helen. Hey, Helen. That's presumably just to leave again. There doesn't really seem to be anything else I can interact with here. Right? I feel like the music expected me to have been done earlier. The music stopped and I'm still just fucking about. I mean, there's one thing we can try. Nope, nothing in here. Yo, let me through! Okay. No point turning back now. Well, I certainly can't turn forward. Aha! Aha, I missed this. This is what we still have the screwdriver for, presumably. Let's just stick our hand into these exposed wires. Oh good. That's great. I like being super locked in. Another note. June 10th. Right, the other one was 16th, wasn't it? Or did I get that completely wrong? We found success with another host, a young male born following the initial events at GZ. The child has exceeded our expectations in control sessions here in the lab and has proven far more resilient to the side effects holding back our other participants. Through the host, we have been able to make contact on several separate occasions, with clear results far exceeding our sample data. Since the acquisition, we have now doubled our staff. Bringing in fresh minds with unique perspectives has vastly improved our productivity and estimated milestones. Work has started on the off-site facility, and I have been informed this should be operational by the winter. Preparations are beginning to take place for the transfer of viable hosts. I'm incredibly proud of the work we have achieved here at the Echo Garden Institute and look forward to our future endeavours. Right, so they were straight up taking people and putting ghosts in them. That seems to be the gist here, right? Presumably that's what happened to all the people at the village. Huh? I flipped a switch, I don't know if that was a good thing. Let's go upstairs. Oh, let's go in here, I suppose. I'm being beckoned. Give me a suit. I can't equip a hazmat suit. I feel like if it was me in this situation, that's probably a thing I'd do. I mean, it doesn't seem to have helped. Doesn't seem to have helped a lot of the people who were wearing them, but it's got to be better than nothing, right? That's like he's been through hell and back. Sorry about that, buddy. Literally strapped down. This was probably one of the people they were putting ghosts in. I saw that strange device in the corner, don't you worry. Some sort of pressurized machine. Oh, okay. Doesn't do anything. Very cool. Just a bit of visual storytelling, you know. Oh, that door don't work. Let's try the other side. Okay, one room at a time. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The smell is unbearable. Ugh. Bloody in both chest and face. It's an unnecessary amount of bloody, I would say. Hello there.
What's this?
The keycard. It's exactly what you need. I was trying to read the name on that, but it kept spinning. It was quite difficult. Maybe I can pull it up in my inventory. Hold up. It keeps spinning in here as well. Staff. Sebastian? I assume that says Sebastian. It's kind of hard to read, honestly.
The keycard has no use here.
That's what you think. I think it has lots of use here. Damaged computer. I'm aware of the flickering monitor. We'll get to that. Oh, look at this. They've been writing on the windows like crazy people. You guys could have just got like a whiteboard, you know. Even a blackboard. You could have written in chalk if you were that desperate. You didn't have to write on the fucking window. Alright, I'm having a moment by this computer. Staring into the display makes me feel weak. Makes me feel good. I love it. I love the spooky computer. Nothing else in this room? No, just a spooky computer. Alright. Well, that was fun. The music can do what it wants, I don't care. It's not spooking me. I ain't spooked. I'm a big brave boy. Examine all of these hazmat suits, which makes me think maybe there's going to be something in one of them. Maybe? Perchance? Perhaps? Mayhaps, even? Just another empty room by the looks of it. Okay. Let's go on the elevator, shall we? Beam me up, Scotty. I am Sebastian. That's what they call me. They call me Big Seb. I am the crab. Lobster? Crab. Crab, right? From Little Mermaid. I don't know, he's a weird shape for a crab, but I think he is meant to be a crab. Oh, flickering light. Wow, you've really gone spooked me now. Oh no, child room. Why is there always a child room in these creepy laboratory games? Oh, there's like a bunch of them, huh? Is there going to be a dead kid in one of them or something? No, they all seem honestly pretty fine. Nothing too spooky happening there. This place, however, this place don't look great.
I need to show you something.
Helen...
Take a seat.
Helen...
You want me to sit in that thing?
Just get in the chair, Chris.
Who are you going to put in me, Helen? Helen, I don't care who you want to talk to. I feel like this compulsion has taken you a bit far at this point. Maybe we should stop. Maybe I should not do everything you say because
That terminal is no longer functional.
I've noticed.
How's the machine still running?
The sequence has already begun. We can't stop it from here.
You don't want to stop it,
Get in
Helen.
the chair.
Helen, I can see through your lies, Helen. Helen, I'm not an idiot. Chris might be, but I'm not. I know exactly where this is going, Helen. I don't want to be possessed by your dead husband or whoever. I don't care. I mean, the game isn't really giving me any options right now. But I'm not super cool with it. Just so you're aware. I'm not really down with this shit. You're gonna put this dude in me, aren't you? This dead dude here. He's gonna go in me and I'm gonna be a corpse. Not a fan. Not a fan, Helen. I can see you up there being a spooky silhouette. I mean, I'll do what you're telling me because that's the game, but just so we're clear, I'm against this 100%.
This really doesn't look safe. Fuck, what am I doing here?
Chris, you've come too far to give up now.
Don't
Trust me. After this, we can finally leave this place.
sunk cost fallacy me, Helen.
Okay, that thing does not look safe. Like, at all.
It's fine. Just take a seat.
I've just thought, if my father was the head, or Chris's father, I guess, getting too into character here, Chris's father was the head of this institute, then do you think Chris was one of the kids that they experimented on and he just doesn't remember? And that's why he's a good conduit for ghosts, which is why Helen's trying to get him all hooked up here.
No way. Fuck this, I'm out.
Chris, there is no other option.
What do you mean there's no other option?
This is it. The last stop.
How is there no other option?
You can set us free. Just get in the chair.
You want to bring someone back who can sort this out, don't you? Like one of the other scientists or something. I think like she is fairly truthful here, but it's still like she's fucking Chris over to do it, you know what I mean?
Let me guess. I'm just supposed to trust you.
I've got you this far, haven't I?
No.
Don't let fear overcome you now.
No, fuck you, Helen, I've got me this far.
This is crazy.
Well, no way fuck this does nothing, so I guess we just have to commit.
Okay, screw it. Let's do this.
Rest in peace, Chris. You were a good man. Fucking idiot, but a good man. Oh. Oh. This is spooky. It's a fucking good thing these subtitles exist, because I'm not making out any of what they're saying. Daddy wasn't a good person. Just want to make that clear. Oh, okay, I'll go around it. well, I guess everything I just hypothesized was proved correct. I guess I'm some sort of genius, or just have played too many games like this at this point. One of the two. You know what, let's start sprinting. I was going to make this cinematic, but the speech didn't last as long as I thought it would. Yeah. Nice little black void full of things we've seen. Very cool and all that, but yeah, well, I guess the whole story's sort of pieced itself together now. The only question is exactly what Helen just did to me. How bad can it realistically be, though? Oh, there he is. There's Daddy. Oh. Okay. Well, there goes Daddy. Hey, it's the machine. I mean, this is the thing in the middle is presumably the meteorite. I didn't really piece that together when I was looking at the machine before, but this seems like the end of our destination. What am I meant to be doing here? Oh, this. Whoops. I pressed button a lot, but it didn't. Oh. Whoops. Did I break it? Did I break the dream machine? Oh.
Doctor, he's conscious.
Establish a GPS. Do we have motor function?
Did I just travel back in time?
Sympathetic pathway showing response. Pupils dilating. Chris, can you hear me? No verbal response.
Dr. Selwyn, the patient is stable for now.
Progress has been slow today. Might I suggest a brief recuperation period?
Disappointing. Run it again.
I woke to a deadly silence.
Was that shit meant to be floating? There was some shit
legs
floating in front of me
tired.
then.
Fumbling over each step like I'd been asleep for a lifetime. Something was different now. A stillness to the air.
Well, Helen
As
ain't
I
here.
felt the blood slowly return to my fingers, so did a flood of memories. Those years spent alone with my father. Years my mind had locked away in the darkest corner of my subconscious. I had lived this horror before, time and time again, like some kind of fever dream. My father was an honest man, a loyalist, dedicated to his craft, to science, to the pursuit of knowledge. But a compassionate man, he was not. Everything changed the day my mother passed. His better half. He became obsessed with that village, with Hearth, and his stupid rock that fell from the stars. For years I thought I'd see her again, that she'd just come back, arms open like she never left. Maybe we were both deluded. My father convinced me I was sick. Maybe I was. I could see things other people couldn't. Things no 12-year-old should ever see. Day after day, I wished I hadn't told him. I wished things could go back to the way they were. Visits turned into appointments. Appointments into sleepovers. It wasn't long before we stopped going back home. This is your home now. Then I met Helen. I never knew her last name. The only researcher in that damned place with a conscience. If it wasn't for her, I'd be rotting there like the rest of them. She helped me get out. To get away. To a foster family in the southwest. A new life far from here. My rock. For years I dreamt about it. About that place and what it would be like to go back. Like something was calling me. That feeling. It's gone now. Whatever business my father started here, it ended when I severed that link. I guess now I can finally leave. We all can.
Huh. The end? I'm assuming the end. Yeah. So, I guess the question is, how much of... I mean, it's very open to interpretation, right? But how much of that was real, and how much of that was, like, PTSD brought forth from returning to the place where he'd been, like, experimented on and shit? Like, it sounds like exposure to the meteorite. This is my guess, alright. Exposure to the meteorite made Chris, young wee little Chris, start to hallucinate that he was seeing dead people. And because his father was a scientist who was grief-stricken over the loss of his wife, he was like, oh, we can harness this to sort of bring her back. So he basically experimented on Chris in order to try and make contact with his wife or whatever. The question, though, is, like, was all that with Helen real? Or was, like, when he came back throughout the events of this game, was he actually talking to Helen, or was he just imagining that he was talking to Helen because Helen was the one who had helped him escape from the research facility back when he was a kid? I feel like the latter, right? So what actually happened in this game is Chris went back to this place, he wandered around a bit, he suffered some severe PTSD, he shot a few bricks, and then... Okay. And then he found the facility and went, oh shit, yeah, I remember what happened, and left. Ah, I missed 3 echoes. Oh, that's really disappointing. I didn't quite 100% it. I don't know where the fuck those other echoes were. They were probably in the facility, right? I probably should have been using the device. I just wasn't, because I wanted to sort of blast through it. Oh well. That was Chasing Static. That was a game that did a lot with a little, I would say. I think that's a fair way of describing it. Obviously the visuals were very simplistic, but they harnessed them well. They used a lot of interesting post-processing effects and stuff in order to sort of shroud the retro style visuals, the low poly visuals well, and make them eerie and, you know, effective. Very good sound design, very good voice acting as well, for that matter. Yeah, had a lot going for it. And I am a fan of a story that, you know, is to some degree open to interpretation, but there is a lot of hints that point you in the right direction. I think this one breadcrumbed me well. I feel like I was sort of catching on to the themes and the plot points at the appropriate times I was supposed to, so I think it did a real good job of its story. And it did a real good job of like steadily building an oppressive atmosphere, really building the tension, really sort of heightening the anxiety that you should feel as Chris, without ever like having to just jump scare me, you know. It never really did anything horror, aside from at the very beginning when we saw Rhaenyra/Mother up on the ceiling doing her crazy fucking exorcist shit. Aside from that one moment, there was never anything actually horror that happened. It was all just that slow sort of suspense build, which I think it did a real good job of. Very psychological stuff, very good stuff. I see there's also a Restless Dreams mode, which I assume is, I don't know, New Game Plus or something. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm not going to play through that on the channel. If you want to check that out, I suggest you go pick this game up. It's cool. Big fan of this one. And I think that will just about do it. I will see you for more video-based content at some point in the future. Thanks for watching, and ta-ta.